Are you trying to say that Jesus did not come for everybody?
The Bible's saying that. The Bible.
This man is so backwards. Y'all, the world will never stop being the world. The world is what you think the world is, okay? God is very specific about who the world is. The world are people from any race, okay? Any race. The world is any race of people that choose not to follow after Christ, all right? That's why Jesus even told the Jews, he was like, you are of your father, the devil. Please, can y'all please stop listening to these ignorant people and start knowing the Bible for yourself? Can you please? Everybody knows that the real Jews do not accept Christ, and it's all throughout the scriptures that they refuse Christ.
What's up, y'all? So, the sister is on here speaking about, the world is for everyone. The world means everyone. You see? She claims that she understands the Bible. She says, learn the Bible for yourself. Read the Bible for yourself. But at the same time, the Bible tells you not to celebrate the customs of the heathens. You see? And she has a Christmas tree in the foreground. Or in the background, rather. That means what? She's a hypocrite. So when you go to Jeremiah chapter 10, it tells you, you see, Israel do not do the ways of the heathen. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest and deck it with silver and gold. You see? But that's not the topic of today's video. So, welcome to another edition of When Christians Post Scriptures and Don't Know What the Hell They Talking About. So the sister says, Christ came to save the world. That means everyone, every race, every people. So obviously, she doesn't understand that there's a difference between world and the earth. You see, there's two different meanings, the world and the earth. So when you look into the definition of world, it could mean the world of sports. You see, the world of Disney World. There's different meanings to the word world. You see, the world could mean a particular people or a particular environment that you're living in. You see, you could be in your own world. You see, it doesn't mean everyone's included in that world. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. It says, but Israel, it doesn't say everyone. Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Israel's going to get the kingdom, and it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. So Israel and world are synonymous in the Bible. All right, let's go to the book of John, chapter 17, verse 9. If you look in your Bibles, this is red letters, the Messiah. So it says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Christ said, I don't pray for everyone. I pray for them only. God's chosen people. I pray not for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So Christ himself is telling you, I don't pray for everyone. I pray only for those that you gave me. The Israelites, God's children. That's who Christ prays for. That's simple to understand. Look at Book of John, chapter 18, verse 20. Once again, red letters. Jesus answered him, I spake openly to the world. I spake openly to the world. Who's that world that Christ is speaking to? I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whither the Jews always resort. Christ said, I taught in the temple and in the synagogues where the Jews resort. He spoke openly to the world in the temple and in the synagogues where the Jews always resort. And in secret have I said nothing. So once again, Christ only spoke or taught to one particular group of people. You see, when you go to John chapter 14, or Matthew 15:24, rather, he tells you, I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's who he came for. He didn't come for everyone. So, look, sis, I understand that it's difficult sometimes to wrap your head around it, that Christ would only come to save one particular race of people. But when you look at the history of a certain people, how blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans have been treated in this world, we're always on the bottom. We're always in the ghettos. Every day you turn on a TV, there's another black man getting hung. You see, there's another black man being shot, with his hands up. He's unarmed. The prison systems are full of black and Hispanic people. You don't see the prisons filled with white people or Chinese people or any other race of people. We're the ones that get the short end of the stick, you see. So that means that we are the ones that need to be saved. See, no one else. No one else needs salvation like black and Hispanic people, you see. So when you look at the ghettos, who's living in the ghettos? Black and Hispanic people, you see, Native American people. No one else. You don't see hardly any white people or Chinese people living in the hoods. You see, the only time you see Chinese man in the hood is when he's trying to sell you shrimp fried rice or egg rolls. That's the only time you see the Chinese man in the hood, or the East Indian man. He's selling you gas or beer or cigarettes. That's the only time you see him in the hood. Other than that, he's living in the wealthy area of the city. He's not in the hood. So we're the ones that need salvation, you see, out of our conditions. That's what salvation is. When you are being downtrodden and oppressed, your people are being unalived at alarming rates, that's the ones that need salvation. So long.